What's good, guys? So, today we're going to be talking about some theories about who the killer in Life is Strange Double Exposure is. So, what we know about the story is that it'll be centered around Max solving a murder mystery. Max has a friend named Safi who gets shot one night by someone we don't know, and basically, during the event, Max tries to use her rewind powers but finds out that they don't work anymore, and instead, she discovers that she has new abilities, specifically the ability to travel between timelines. So with this new ability, Max finds a timeline that's similar to hers, but in this timeline, her friend Safi is actually alive, and apparently the killer is after her friend in this timeline too. So Max has to find a way to stop her friend from dying in this new reality and basically find out who the killer is. So obviously the big question is, who is the killer? There's a lot of fan theories out there, and we're going to discuss some of those. So obviously the interesting part about all this is the fact that the killer is seemingly traveling between both timelines just like Max. This means the killer probably has abilities too, because it wouldn't make sense for Max to leave the killer in a timeline and focus on one from another universe or reality unless it's the same person traveling between both of them. And this would be the first time we have more than one person with powers in a Life is Strange game, unless you want to count the Rachel theory. But that leads us into the first theory. So the first theory, and probably the most obvious, if you've watched multiple films throughout your life, you've probably seen the plot twist where the villain turns out to be some kind of variant of the hero or main character, like an evil Max from the future or another version that, for some reason, wants to torment their past self. Similar to Kessler from Infamous 1 being a version of the main character Cole. Now, personally, I don't think they should use this, as this is probably the most predictable twist, unless the story is just so good that the predictable twist doesn't matter. But why would Future Max do this? Well, it could be anything from Future Max believing that harming her past self or altering timelines is necessary for some greater good that she's convinced herself on, or an alternate version of Max that might see the original Max as like an obstacle or threat to her own existence or whatever objectives she has in her own timeline. That might also explain why when Max takes a photo of the owl, she receives a massive migraine and passes out, and then wakes up having a bad feeling like something is about to happen to Safi. That might be because maybe a variant of yourself can't be in the same reality or universe as another variant of yourself, causing maybe some kind of problems or consequences.
This is not a test.
Max!
The emergency broadcast system is now in effect.
I caused this! I caused all of this!
Max? Hey! Hey, are you okay?
Something's wrong. Safi.
Hey! Come back!
The second theory, of course, and what I actually hope is the case, is that it's one of the new cast of characters that we'll meet in the game. There's new love interests and friends, so it would allow the game to explore themes of betrayal, trust, and deception. Obviously, we don't know much about the new characters yet to see who's acting more sus compared to others, but it would make a really interesting murder mystery compared to just having an evil variant of Max. It could be a variant of Safi, but why would she kill another version of herself? It could be Moses, but why would he kill Safi? Because they seem to be close friends. Who knows? But it could make a really interesting murder mystery if it's done right. Regardless of what happens, just remember rule number one, the biggest rule ever, which is the most suspicious person is never ever the killer. It's always the person you least expect. But with that said, that's all for this video, guys. I'm interested in what theories you guys might have, so feel free to leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.